We got some really good things going on here today at Ohio Shaves. We're going to be shaving with the Gillette Slim. This is the TTO. Twist to open. This one actually works. It has a dial from 1 to 9. Looks like I ended up last time on an 8. Now I have let my hair grow out for 6 days just to give you kind of some idea of how much growth I have on my face. And I'm gonna be using the new gem blades in it. These have become my all-time favorite, and it's going to be my blade from here on out. I was in with the AccuForge blade. I used that for about a year just because I bought it and I loved it. And I generally stick with one blade for a baseline for the channel. So when I try different things, I can get, roughly the same results. The shave soap from Razor Emporium, this was their meetup soap. Man, I gotta say, I watched DJ make this soap and I was standing about 10 feet away from her and this stuff just smells great. It's got like a tobacco scent and it's sweet. I really enjoy it. Just going in here, I'm gonna take my synthetic T3 knot by Simpson, and I just went down and grabbed some water. Now I'm just gonna start some of this soap up in a lather here. And a lot of people have been wanting me to do a review on soaps. And so I'm gonna give you what I feel makes a great soap. For me, it's gotta last. Now I've never gone through a whole tin of soap, but I can say after about a year with some soaps, I go back and retry the soap and it's kind of lost some of its scent. So to me, that's important as well. The other thing that I like about high quality soaps is once you rinse them off your face, in between your first pass, your second pass, or even your third pass, if you're, chasing BBS, the slickness on your face, the residue, I've noticed with higher end or better quality soap, it has more of a slick residue to it. So that's how I judge soaps. And right now, Ariana and Evans, which I call A&E, are some of the best out there. They're upper tier. I don't care which one of them you use. They're fantastic. And that's why I generally shave with those all throughout the year, just because, again, it's another baseline for the channel. So when I'm using other razors and blades, I can actually make a good decision on the razor for me being good or being bad. I can say this soap from Razor Emporium, they've stepped up. This stuff is super slick. Now, when you go into things like Sterling soaps, I noticed I have a couple of their soaps, and I've had them now for like 3 years. They don't smell like they used to. So, and then PAA, same thing, CK formula. After a couple of years, they die and you just can't smell their soap. And another thing with Taylor of Old Bond Street, that's the only one that I have used that has kept its scent over the years. And not sure why, maybe because, I don't use it a ton anymore, but it doesn't get as slick as some of the higher end soaps like Ariana and Evans. The nice thing about Persona or Accutech blades are there's no glue or goo on the blade, and that does make a difference when you're loading these razor blades into your razor, because we're talking about thousandths of an inch here. So a little bit of something can make a big deal. But as you can see, Gillette, this twist to open, it just seats right in there very easily. And then clamping back down on it, it's completely adjustable. Now, from what I hear, to adjust it the right way is to loosen it up and then make your selection. I'm going to start out on a 5, and I might even keep it there. So now I'm just going to tighten it back down. Okay. And I'm going to go in with the first pass. Yeah, that 5 feels pretty good. I'm going to keep it there. And I had a good discussion when I was in Arizona about vintage razors. How I can't get a good shave with my Fat Boy, and I had a gentleman make a suggestion stating, hey, the Fat Boy was version 1. The Slim is version 2. So it should shave better. Never really thought of it that way, but makes sense to me. But I am going to send this one in and have it, I think, rhodium plated. Just because after seeing that process that they do down there, it's phenomenal. I was really impressed. And I did find out if you're buying, a new razor from them, they offer that service to anything you buy new. And you save a lot of coin by doing it right off the rip. But yeah, 5 right now to me, very smooth. The Slim has very little blade feel, especially on setting 5. And it's kind of slim too. Here's the Fat Boy. They look identical, but they shave completely different. This one does look a little smaller. I guess that's why they call it a Slim. Okay. It's a good little detailer, to be honest with you. All right, let me give this a rinse and see where we're at here. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, the Slim and the Fat Boy is like night and day difference, at least for me. Right now, removing this soap from my face, like I said, this is where I can tell how good a soap is with its residual slickness on my face. I mean, honestly, I could probably go over my face right now with it, but I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm not that crazy. I get enough irritation as it is. Now me, I just go back in. I'm not adding any more soap to the brush. And I'm just going to quickly lather this up. I mean, you can see how super slick this is just on my skin alone. I'm not going to build up a big bulky lather, but I'm just going to go through this second pass real quick. Still on setting 5. I mean, what a great razor. I think, once people get into this hobby, yeah, you're probably going to buy a Henson, a Rockwell, Merkur, whatever, maybe even a knockoff China razor. But eventually, I think everyone needs to add a vintage razor to it, because I got to admit, these things shave very well. And I only paid $38 shipped to my house from eBay for this thing. Now, the Fat Boy I bought, I didn't get as lucky, but again, maybe it's not the razor for me. But I'm still going to send it in and get it tuned up and to see, is it the razor or is it just my skin type? All right, so again, just a real quickie there. Didn't take much time on the second pass, and I know I make this look easy. And I've heard a lot of people say that. They're like, dude, you just make that look so easy. Well, I've been shaving for 3 years now here on YouTube. And I'm just getting really used to it. I'm able to talk on camera and shave. And I got to say, that's one of the hardest things to do is, shave on camera and actually talk and make it interesting. Everyone thinks this is easy till they try it. And then they realize, wow, what these guys are doing on here is not easy. And I think some of us make it look easier than others. So I'm just going in with my alum block now. Face is wet. Rubbing this over it. Little tingle down below. About up top. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, a little bit of tingle down here. Not bad though. You know, it's not like, you know, really hurting me. Not at all. Nothing like that. Okay. So, what if you guys suffer with sensitive skin or you're getting razor burn? I highly suggest an alum stone. And make sure it's a stone. Make sure it's not compressed. I know a lot of people go out and buy the cheap ones on Amazon, and brother, they're compressed and they're not as good as the stones. Parasso makes a stone. Parker makes a stone. Those are fantastic choices in my opinion. I bought the ones by GSW or GS something, and it's compressed. They're not smooth on your face. They kind of, yeah, they have ridges on them, and it actually hurts to put it on your face. And I think people that have had a bad experience with an alum block, I'm pretty sure they were using some of the cheap stuff. All right, so the next thing I like to use is Thayer's. This is one of the critical steps that I put on almost every day, just because I'm a bald guy, and it just hydrates your skin. And if you're a bald guy, start putting this on it, you know, in the morning after you get out of the shower or you wash your face. And I got to tell you, it's going to make a huge difference in the way your skin looks and how it actually glows. And you're going to be able to notice a difference for sure. All right, so for my aftershave that I'm going to put on top of this Thayer's is Cella. Very underrated product and expensive. And just put a little bit there on my hand. I'm just going to work this in. And the nice thing is when you have Thayer's on your head, in combination with the aftershave, it helps it just melt right into your face. In about a half hour, you're going to touch your face and you're going to be like, wow, that is just silky smooth. What do I think about this Slim? I got to say, in my opinion, the Slim is way better than the Fat Boy. And this is the Slim. I'm telling you right now, night and day difference. This one has a lot of blade feel, which I don't like razors that have a lot of blade feel. I don't care how sharp they are. I just don't like blade feel. And this one has zero. I mean, almost zero at 5. Now, I didn't bump it up all the way, but man, I do highly recommend this Slim. If you don't own a vintage razor and you own a couple or you're thinking about getting a new one, go pick one of these up, dude. You're going to be amazed on how well it shaves. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Sunday at 11 a.m. Come on, America!